Locus. More examples. Okay, so same thing. So now we add rules number 6. Yang tadi ada yang bertanya, determine the then breakaway point, the point where locus meets at the real axis. Okay, dia ada dua formula. Okay, two methods. One method is this one. This is method 1. Another method is this one. Okay, so I think the first example, sekejap saya tengok macam ni. Saya akan buat, okay, I'll show the both methods. Okay. Okay, so the breakaway point, that is the formula. And then number 7. Kenapa sampai 2 kali pula number 7 ni? Ni step 6 sebenarnya. Tidak. Same step 6. Step 7, kalau nanti masa dalam example saya akan explain. So when we have, for example just now, we have 2 root locus. Satu tadi yang warna purple. Okay, and then another one is yellow tadi. Bila dia meet, okay, satu akan turun bawah, satu akan turun atas. This one is the breakaway point. We call it breakaway point. Step 7 ni dia mention bila root locus ni leave the real axis, dia mesti 90 degrees. Okay, ada juga point nanti you will see that the root locus tu akan bertemu. Okay, so bertemu pun sama, either it meets or leave the real axis, it must always tegak 90 degrees. So we will go the more on the examples later on. So so number 6 ni to locate the breakaway point, and then number 7 the 90 degrees from the real axis. Okay, so to understand more, let us look another example, example 2 from example 4.8 in my textbooks. Okay, a feedback system with a proportional controller as shown. So now we have the system with open loop transfer function given as KGHS, K, S plus 2, this time we have zeros. Okay, K, S plus 2, and then S plus 1 plus square root 3, and then S plus 1 minus square root 3J. So sketch the root locus of the closed loop system. Okay, I'll give you about 5 minutes. Can you sketch step 1 until step 5? Class. Step 1, determine what are the poles and the zeros. Sebab bila buat saya nakkan step-step ni ya. Try, otherwise you will get sleepy. So how many poles do we have, class? P1, P2, and then zeros, Z1. Tak ada yang jawab ni. Step 2. Hello? Is everyone here with me?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, so far macam mana dah buat? Boleh? Ada nota kan? Kita check. Yes, refer to lecture 12a ya. Locus part 3. So please try to understand. So how many poles do we have? 2 kan? So try tanda dalam your punya apa sketch. Leceh betul. Ada lagi yang baru masuk ke? Okay, so let's say this is -1, -2, -3, and then the imaginary axis we have -j square root. Minus square root 3 tu dalam 1 point something so here 0.5 ni katakan 1 somewhere here. Okay, saya terus pergi kepada ni ya. Solutions. Okay, so we have 2 poles here. The P1 is -1 plus square root 3j, and then P2 we have -1 minus square root 3j. And then we have 1 zeros, okay? So the zeros is -2. Okay, so the step 2, apa yang kita buat? So kita ada P1 here, buang katakan kat sini square root 3 minus j square root 3. So we have P2 here, and then we have 0 somewhere. Yang ni dekat -1 -1, -2, we have zeros. So on the real axis yang ini je lah, satu ni. So bermakna the root locus berada di sini. Okay. And then step 3, so it should start at poles. So P1, P2. So tadi P1 saya buat warna biru, purple. Okay, sebab dia akan bergerak, pergi ke dot-dot sini. So kita, we will have, yang ini pun nanti akan ada step 8 untuk kita tahu angle dia berapa. So this is P1, and then this is yellow is P2. So kita ada dua, we have 2 root locus because we have 2 poles. Okay, and then since we have 1 zeros, so one of the root locus will end at zeros lah. Okay, so tengok dekat step 3 ni. So start at P1 and P2, purple and yellow yang saya tanda di sini, and then dia akan end di, kalau ada zeros dia akan end di zeros, kalau ataupun yang lainnya dia akan end pada infinities. Okay, so how many root locus do we have in this example? Number of poles is 2, so we're going to have 2 number of root locus. Kalau tengok pada sini, purple and yellow. Okay, so far step 1 sampai step 3, okay? Senyap tu, okay lah tu. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we go to step 4. Step 4 ini angle yang tadi ada yang bertanya. So kalau kita lihat di sini, we have 2 poles and then we have 1 zeros. So our accepted angle is 180 degree, satu sahaja. Okay, so nak tahu accepted angle ni, cuba tengok D. D tu refer to this one. Number of poles minus number of zeros. So macam dalam case kita yang ni adalah over 1. Okay, So minus 1, 1 eh. Jadi kalau satu dia hanya 180 degrees, kalau dua 90, kalau tiga tadi contoh the first one is 3, so kita ada 60, 180 and 300, and kalau 4 dia macam gini. Okay, so this one, ni dia punya tips lah. Kalau kita dah tahu dia 4 ke 3 ke 2, kita dah tahu dah dia mesti dot asymptote lines dia tu macam gitulah. So dalam case kita yang mana satu? Kita D equal to 1 so 180 degrees. Sebab kalau kita tengok tadi kita punya ni satu ni je lah yang 2 tadi tu. Dekat dot-dot ni sahaja kita punya root locus akan major berhenti di sini. Saya tak boleh buat kat sini. Okay, so we go next. Kalau tak ada soalan saya teruskan So we go next to step 5. The center of asymptote PG, since asymptote angle is 180 degrees sebab dia dekat line real axis, so therefore rules number 5 cannot be calculated lah. Don't have to be calculated. Okay, jadi kat sini saya nak tekankan juga, even though we have 9 steps, tak semua examples akan go through the 9 steps. So some of the examples dia akan skip some steps based on the keadaan dia lah. Macam katakan step 9 ni, sampai step 9 kita ada step 6 breakaway point, step 7 yang 90 degrees tadi, step 8 will be on the complex poles. Okay, sometimes kita tak ada complex poles dalam kita punya complex roots. Tak ada complex poles, tak ada complex zeros. So step 8 kita boleh omit. Jadi tak semuanya kita ikut lah di sini. Okay, so now the example number 2 is actually I want to show you how to calculate the breakaway point kat sini So ada dua method. Okay, so the method 1 is 1 over breakaway point minus dia punya formula. Kalau kita tengok asal dia cuba tengok pada you all punya notes tu, step kecilkan ni. Can you see my e-learning here, class? Hello?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
Okay, so if you go to the e-learning class, kita ada here, step by steps. Okay. If you go, as you go along with the examples, dah master lah dah all the steps. Okay, if you look here, the step number 6, saya bagi satu sahaja method lah. So this method is this is method 1 So summation of 1 over breakaway point minus P1 equal to summation of 1 over breakaway point minus zeros. So dalam case ini kita balik-balik pada our examples here. For the method 1. Okay, so saya ada two poles just now. So summation will be 1 over breakaway point minus poles number 1, which is, bila minus dia jadi plus lah, 1 plus j square root 3, and then another one, 1 minus j square root 3. Okay, equal summation of 1 over breakaway point minus 0. So dalam case kita tadi, in our case the zeros is 2, so dia akan jadi plus 2. So when we solve this, ni bila buat satu-satu lah. So because we have one equation, one unknown, which is breakaway point, so we can, ada lagi yang baru masuk since we have one equation, one unknown, so bila kita solve this one, we will have breakaway point squared plus 4b, and then dalam case ini, when we solve, we have 0 and minus 4. Okay, what does it mean? So maknanya sama ada zeros ataupun minus 4. Okay, let us go back to our case tadi. Kita ada dekat sini minus 1 dengan j square root 3 minus j square root 3, then minus 2. Kita punya zeros. Okay, so ini poles. Ini poles. Okay, bila kita buat yang ini, so therefore breakaway point in this case is minus 4. Okay, kenapa minus 4? Okay. Sebab tadi kita dah buat, kita kata root locus will be on the left of minus 2. So minus 4 sampai ke sini. Okay. What happened is that yang tadi saya buat purple, yellow. What happened is that if you look at the solution here, this one, this is P1 tadi, this is P2. Okay, dia akan pergi, dia akan keluar. This one pun nanti kita akan belajar dipanggil breakaway angle. Ada angle ni, kita akan tengok asymptote step number 8 tapi kat sini kita biarkan dulu. So we assume that the root locus will go up here, and then this is where minus 4 is, kat sini. Okay, so kat minus 4 tu dia akan break, satu tu akan end kepada zeros minus 2, and then another one will go to infinity. Okay, so itu maksud dia minus 4 tadilah, breakaway point. Okay, so saya pergi balik. Okay, so that is method number 1. Method number 1 is using this equation. This is another way of finding the breakaway point using the equation based on the characteristic equations. Okay. Kalau kita lihat dekat sini, characteristic equation says here 1 plus kghs equal to 0. Okay, so we put that into our equation. So kita ada GHS which is S square plus 2S plus 4 yang atas ni. Sebab because dia 1 over GHS, jadi dia akan jadi terbalik lah. And this one is actually bila kita dapatkan dia punya polynomial S square plus 2S plus 4. Okay, so yang ni lah. Okay, and then to get the breakaway point, so this is K based on the characteristic equation here. Okay, K is minus 1 over GHS. Okay. So untuk dapatkan breakaway point, we have to differentiate K in terms of S and equate it to zeros. So kita dah ada K tadi here, and then we differentiate, and then we get equal to 0, sama. Nanti kita akan dapat the same thing dengan method 1, which is S square plus 4S equal to 0. So S either 0 or negative 4. So the breakaway point quite lengthy jugalah nak cari dekat sini. So either method 1 and method 2. So if you have a complex poles, so step number 6 ni tak boleh tinggal. Okay, dia kena kira. So please be prepared if you have complex number lah kalau dalam soalan test 1, test 2 or final. So test, so you can choose either one. Unless kalau kita tengok soalan tu nak dapatkan breakaway point, especially kalau to the power of 3, to the power of 4, usually we give the breakaway point. Kita ada bagi bonus kat you lah. Okay, so that you just use that breakaway point to finish up your root locus sketch. Okay, so in this case, kita dapat S equal to 0 ataupun S equal to minus 4. Jadi sometimes we have few numbers, kalau especially when it's to the power of 3, to the power of 4, dia banyak point-point tu sebab kita punya locus banyak akan break away. Okay, so then this is step 6. Then what about, okay, so saya ajar sampai step 6 saja di sini lah. So dia akan go break yang merah ni ke at point breakaway point minus 4. So one will end at zeros, the red one will end at zeros, the green one will end at infinity. Okay, so this is for example 2. Any question, class?
Doctor.
Okay.
How do we get the negative 4?
Based on equation tadi lah. The method.
Okay.
Method 1 tadi tu kan? The method 1 or method 2? This one. This is method 1. Done. Okay. This is to done. Patah balik lah. This is for method 1. Yang dekat step by step tu saya tulis method 1 sahaja. And then this is for method 2. Method 2 we get the one the K here ni. And then we do the integration. Okay, boleh ke?
Okay, Doctor.
Any question? Okay, senyap tu maknanya faham ataupun tak faham. There is two indications. Either you understand or you don't. Okay, so therefore, I have some exercise for you to do. Okay. Can you do this? Calculate the breakaway points on the root locus diagram for a system of the following open loop transfer function. Ni nak kira breakaway je, tak payah buat root locus. I don't want you to do the root locus. Just calculate the breakaway point. Can you do it now?